This is linear motion practice D number 1. We're using the third equation of motion. We're going to start by writing down and identifying the given values, implied values unknown, target, and then checking to make sure units agree, and finally picking out an equation that's appropriate. All right, this question, a person pushing a stroller starts from rest, uniformly accelerating at a rate of 1/2 meters per second squared. Find the velocity after the stroller has traveled 6.32 meters. So let's write down the givens. We've got uniformly accelerating at, so we've got an acceleration rate, 0.5 meters per second squared. Find the velocity after, so we're looking for the final velocity after something's taken place here. We've got an event. After it's traveled 6.32 meters, so that's a displacement or distance. Now let's look for any implied information here. I think we missed one here. It says a person pushing a stroller starts from rest. So what does that mean? What speed is that person starting at? Starting at an initial velocity of 0. So we do also have that implied. All right, let's take a look at, let's look at units, meters, seconds. All units agree. So step 2 is covered. Now we'll move on to step 3, find an equation that works. Given our information here, we are looking for the final velocity. So that takes me to maybe the third equation here or the first. They both start with VF. The second one's no good. It has no final velocity, so it doesn't have our target. So let's look at the first one up here. VF equals V0 plus AT. We have a V0, we have an A, but oh wait, don't get fooled. That's not a time. That's a distance. That's why we write it down in the beginning. So first equation is not going to work here. Let's look at this third one. VF equals V0 plus 2AX. And we do have all those, V0, A, and X. And it has our target, our unknown target that we're looking for. So let's use that third equation of motion. VF squared equals V0 squared plus 2AX. All right, so we're looking for that VF. The initial velocity is 0. Get in the habit of writing down everything as you see it. Sometimes in the future, if you don't write those squareds down, it will mess you up. And 6.32. So V0 squared plus 2AX. And look, I didn't write a squared there. There we go. So VF squared equals half of 2 is 1. And 1 times 6.32 is 6.32. Just doing some algebra here to solve for that. We've got to take the square root of the VF squared to find the VF. So my calculator, let's bring that up, 6.32. And we're going to take the square root of it. And on my calculator, I had to push second and square root of that. So it's 2.514. I'll just write 2.51 meters per second. There it is. And finally, we'll take a look back at our problem-solving text. We solve for the unknown. Is that reasonable? 2.51 meters per second. And a shopping cart is pretty reasonable. So that's the end of this one.